Hello there, my fellow nerds, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about some of the best things you can do as a GM to ensure that your games run smoothly. These are the 5 best things you can do to be a prepared GM. Number 1, read and reread. When we're preparing for a game, we generally have some sort of notes or additional material to help us out, whether that's a module, a campaign, or just some notes scribbled in a notebook. Whatever it is, and however detailed or vague it may be, read it, understand it, and then read it again. Before the game starts, read the parts of the material that you will be using, even if you've read them before. I feel like this might go without saying, but keep a notebook with notes and keywords that you can use during a session to help you remember things. When you're reading, try to anticipate how far your party is going to get in the storyline, and make sure you're prepared for them to take alternate paths. Having a solid, well-rounded idea of what's happening in the story currently and what might happen in the future is the best tool you can have for keeping a game on track and helping guide players to where they need to go. Number 2, PreRoll Initiative. The moments after you say the words roll for initiative are arguably some of the most chaotic times in an entire game. Trying to take down everyone's scores in the right order while also not letting the energy of the game lag to a halt is stressful at best. Having to roll individual initiatives for the 4 goblins, 3 skeletons, and slime that have also joined the fight is not helping. To combat this problem, try rolling the initiatives of enemies and encounters beforehand and jotting down the numbers wherever it's convenient. That way you know what the scores are and what order they're in before the party ever even gets close. In encounters where there are multiple types of monsters, it can also be helpful to roll initiative in batches. That way you know that all of the goblins go here, all of the skeletons go here, and the slime is at the bottom. Number 3, have extra encounters prepped. This is one that I've learned from experience, and it's really useful. Having a list of extra encounters you can use has saved my game more than once, even if it's nothing more than a note that says cave spider. They don't even have to be changed over every game. If you know that you're going to be in this cave system for a few sessions, maybe have 4 or 5 cave encounters ready, and a forest or a mountain encounter for when they pop out on the other side. That way, when the party somehow crosses the pit of lava and breaks through the pile of rubble on the other side, you have something there waiting for them, instead of scrambling around because they were never supposed to be there in the first place. Number 4, find ambiance. Sitting in dead silence while you scrabble through papers and roll dice can take the energy out of a room very quickly. Instead, find some background noise that you can play during games. Having something as simple as forest sounds or a city marketplace can really add a lot to your games. If you want to get fancy with this kind of stuff, you can find some good battle music to really get your players hyped up. In the description, I'll leave links to some websites and things that I've used in the past that you might find useful. Number 5, be prepared to improvise. As the saying goes, the best way to ruin a plot is by giving it to your players. As such, the best thing you can do to prepare is to be ready to improvise. I know that might sound counterintuitive. How can you prepare for something that's spontaneous? But there's some logic behind it. One of the best things I've learned is that GMs should rarely have to say no. One of the best things I've learned is that GMs should rarely have to say no. Pathfinder is about creative exploration and having fun. Telling a player that they can't try to do a backflip and stab the orc in the knee just really takes away from the sense of the game as a whole. If you know what's going to be happening in your game, which at this point I hope you do, you can anticipate where things might go off track. However, planning the names, menus, and layouts of the 14 taverns that the party might go into is not a good use of your time. Instead, have a few random XYZ generators that you can pull up at a moment's notice. You can find everything from a castle generator to an NPC generator to a what's in this guy's pocket generator. Again, I'll leave some stuff in the description that you could find helpful. It might seem over the top, but having that extra little bit of realism enhances the game in a big way. Additionally, if you really just want to go above and beyond, practice a few accents that you can use with NPCs.